Hey, sorry, that music is just so rocking. I can't help it every single time.
It's good music. It's good music.
Welcome, everyone. How's it going? I don't even know what's going on right now.
Ryan's here. Ryan's here.
Exactly. That's why I'm here. I was just like, I'm having a work day. I'm sitting there. I'm doing work, and then all of a sudden I hear Ryan's going to be on a live stream. I'm like, all right, I'll go.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh. Ouch.
Yeah. It's a patio day. It's patio day. This is not a green screen. This is my yard.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but it's like in the 80s here. So it absolutely is patio time.
Yeah.
Apparently it's 75 here right now.
Nice.
Yes.
That's perfect. It's like 90 here, so I'm jealous already.
I got my T-Wolves shirt on. Well, nope, my Scott Fishbowl shirt on. My Minnesota basketball Scott Fishbowl shirt on, which I think is a pretty nice one. Pretty nice one.
You know what I think we're here to talk about?
Yeah, I do. I was just telling Ryan, in the last 15 minutes, managed to stub a toe on each foot. Now,
Wait.
I feel like the second should I save this for the Wednesday night hangout?
No, but the fact that you didn't say both feet, you said each foot.
Yeah.
Kind of. How many are we talking? How many feet we got going?
3 feet. No. Like, how do you do that? Like,
I think talent needs to be involved for that.
I don't know. I see what I'm the credit I give is that I'm like, maybe I'm walking a little different to like avoid that stub toe on the one foot, and that caused me to stub the second toe. Like,
classic compensation injury. You pull a hammy on one side, and then you start leaning on the other.
Yeah. Yep. So 2 stub toes, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Did I show this backpack on the show yet?
I feel like you're over analyzing that.
ShopFantasyCures.com. Go get a backpack or a shirt. We got lots of shirts. Lots of shirts. I think more coming soon, right, Bob?
Sure. What should we release some? No.
We have swimsuits now, Ryan. Did you hear about this?
Oh,
Speedos. I hope
we have a swimsuit now at the Shop Fantasy Care.
If you are about to stand up and you're wearing it, okay. I was about to say he said he would wear it every day. If he was still wearing it,
just in case he changes and doesn't realize he's on camera, I'm gonna pull that down right now.
Very smart move. Very smart move.
Yes, very, very, very smart move. What do we have to mention before we get into it? End of summer giveaway. You're not going to read it all, Russ, but maybe you want to read it all. I don't know. Go to fantasycares.org/campaigns and you can join our end of summer giveaway that will probably most likely have a Switch 2 and like 20, 30 other giveaways all in one show. And look at that. Look at that. That is the Fantasy Care swim trunks. It's so silly. I love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
I'll tell you what. I was showing Scott earlier that there's a possibility there could be a shower curtain.
I can see that happening downstairs in our house because downstairs is the boys' domain. Upstairs, I don't think I'm going to get wife approval.
Yeah,
I think I can get it in the kids' room, the kids' bathroom. I think I can get it in there.
Yeah, that's where that's. This will be interesting. Will anyone wear one at Vegas at Stadium Swim?
I know somebody will be wearing one at Disney.
Is that you? I will have this.
Well, I don't know if Zach's going to go into Disney or if he's just going to MGM. I mean, Universal. But Zach is also getting a pair.
Nice. So what are we here to do, guys?
Oh, but also before we do
special day
at fantasycares.org/campaigns, you can also get yourself a hand glass with all of these beautiful SFB Eyes logos on them. That is one glass. All of those logos are on one glass. Your donation can get you one 2 or 4 of these awesome, very cool 20-ounce can glass. So they're big. Like these ain't no kid cups. These are nice big glasses. That's why there's room for all those logos on them.
I told you I wore that MLB logo the other day, and I had a lot of people comment on that one.
Oh yeah. I wear my t-shirts in order because I don't want to have to pick what t-shirt I'm going to wear. I literally put them in my drawers and I just grab from the right and put them away on the left.
How do you know what's the correct order?
Because, well, technically I have 2 drawers full of t-shirts. So the bottom right is the pile I pick from, and then I put them away going up and left. I'm almost, because I got my SFB 15 shirts and I wash them as soon as I get them, and then they go to the back of the pile because it's only fair that way. So I'm getting close to my SFB 15 shirts.
Wow.
I have to be fair to my t-shirts.
Ryan, did you get any yet?
No, I haven't gotten anything yet. Been slacking.
There's only
Need to go
MLB,
shopping.
NBA, and NFL logos to choose from so far. That's not enough for Ryan. He needs more variety.
No,
I guess.
he needs more. He wants a shirt with every single logo that we've ever made on it.
That would be awesome.
I know it would take a ton of work, but imagine like one shirt with all of like the NBA logos, all of the NFL logos on it.
Well, you've seen the shirts. I don't know. I'm thinking like concert tours or something with all the previous logos.
Yeah.
So if we just had all the different, different SFB logos from different years, different themes on one. I see Bob, the wheels are spinning over there.
If we only knew somebody that had them all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, unfortunately, don't.
Well, you see, the problem was we went overboard. So trying to get...
No, you don't say.
Let's see how we get 300, 600, 900. I mean, we're talking like 1,200 logos. We could do a puzzle.
We do a blanket.
We could do a king size. Yeah. We can do a king size blanket.
I was just thinking like one from each year, not
all right,
necessarily all of them.
All right. We can do that.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna answer a few of these. Philly is where I may be drafting. Well, it's full, so if you don't know if you're drafting there or not, you're probably not unless you jump in as a replacement. Sticker of the month club coming back. It is not. But I do have this that I will sell to someone for a lot of money. Actually, I won't be selling that. But you should.
If we sell them for a lot of money, the sticker of the month club would probably still be going on. That's the problem.
Yeah. To the Philly person, you should go anyway and hang out.
There are 2 people on this screen that will be there to hang out with.
At least 2.
You could probably take this, and this, and this, and make a puzzle out of them.
Wilson, we did kind of do this with the music year, the Grateful Dead year. We had all the
SFB 11. That is a lot of people's favorite SFB shirt.
Yeah,
I own it.
Yeah, it's not mine. Howard Bender, that's his favorite. I know that. There's so many good ones. Live drafts.
I found out yesterday that the Cat
everyone.
Patriot is actually a caricature of my face.
Can you fit all the logos on a shower curtain?
Oh yes, we could. We could do that.
Someone asked about how do you know your draft slots already? Well, you pick them. You pick them as you like when you select your division draft slot. You do it at the same time. Please, if you get invited to SFB, select your draft spot and division right away. It helps us out immensely when you pick that, right, Ryan? Oh, I think
You're muted.
You're popped on mute.
Sorry. Yes, that helps immensely. I'm emailing some who haven't picked their draft slot as we speak, and I don't know, Scott. Should we just place them in the ones we pick, or should we kick them out and invite somebody else? I'm torn. We'll see.
Yeah,
I love how it used to be so sacred. So we used to be so nice, and now it's just like, should we just kick them out? Should we just kick them out?
Well, listen.
I think
It is still a little sacred, and I don't know. Maybe some of those emails are getting lost in the spam folder or something. But regardless,
first one is out. Second one stays in.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So every other. Yeah, if you haven't picked your slot yet, you have a 50-50 chance. That's what I'm reading. 50-50 chance.
50-50. Just like that coin
50-50.
flip. Either you're in or you're out.
Tadpole slots are random. We're just going to set a random draft order. When that kicks off, I'll throw up this logo, scottfishbowl.com/college, or just log into your scottfishbowl.com account and click Tadpole Bowl. You can go join that right now. It's anyone can join. You can just jump in, join that thing. Someone asked about, can we switch spots after today? Like even go in and switch them now? Yes, slow drafters can. Live drafters are locked, baby. Sorry, you guys are locked in. Guys, you all are locked in. Yeah, you're locked in. So I don't know that it does. I'm not sure that it does, but maybe it does. I'm sure people will talk about whether it does or not. That's for sure.
I think it could.
I don't know because I haven't even gotten any hints.
I mean, should we probably come back later because we need to discuss a little bit more about the scoring?
No, I think the number one question I've been asked today about wasn't even scoring related. I had multiple people mention to me, "What's that? What was that?"
The reversal.
Third round reversal. Yep. People are wondering if third round reversal would be coming back. That is the question that a lot of people asked.
Well, us 12s are very interested in the answer to that question.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know that answer. I'm in the dark on that.
We'll answer that.
It could be.
When you put it that way,
so nobody should ask anymore. Now that
Now that they know. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All cleared up. All cleared up now.
Just bought the swim trunks. I'll be in them in Vegas. Look at that. At least one.
Nice.
Well, see, I see something like this, and I'm like, maybe there shouldn't be third round reversal. that would throw people off more. Ooh, 6 RRR. Interesting. Or 3 RRRR would be third. It is a staple. It's been a staple for many years. That's true. 5 slot immune. Okay. Yep, that is what Tadpole Bowl is. Yeah, I mean, we will answer it on this show.
It's going to have to keep killing you for a little bit.
Or should we answer it on the Hangout tonight?
Ooh.
I'm tempted.
You probably hang on to that. You probably hang on to that till tonight.
Tell the scoring now. Tell the answer on third round reversal tonight.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm immune to the third round reversal too because I'll just tell Ian we're switching spots if I want to.
I mean,
how about this? How about this? Every round, we reverse the order.
Ooh,
that's a new idea.
I've never heard of that.
Every round reversal.
Or linear draft, like a rookie draft. The entire draft. You go 1 to 12 every round. What do you think, 12s?
I regret my decision.
What
if 12 is the new 1?
Oh.
No.
Oh, listen! Don't tempt Scott. He would do it.
Bosch's Spidey sense.
Bosch.
Off.
No kidding. Bosch will be here in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think Bosch texted me while we were on the show and something about roster spots. Ooh, so I've talked about this before, releasing this, like having everybody draft and then releasing the scoring, or doing the scoring after the season, or that doesn't make sense because you'd have to put it in the system for everything to go. But that would be interesting some year. We've talked about that, but
well, week 8's all right.
I don't know what this is too, but I did say linear draft. I did use the word. Auction draft. No. All right. Feels like we got a lot of people going on. You wanna talk about it?
I mean, we can start just slow roll it a little bit. Just we don't need to just spit it all out at once.
No, I'm not. So
I thought you were going somewhere else with that, Russ, and I was about to have to hit mute on you.
Last week, so I got this hat here. We're just gonna draw the scoring, people. So
We're going dry.
So last week, I thought I had the scoring set. I told Russ it's set. I got it. The first try, this is what I'm doing. It like my first number crunching. I'm like, I like it. It's fine. I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. Then I wake up Monday feeling frisky, in changing the scoring ways, not whatever other way you're thinking I was feeling frisky. I felt
Interesting.
like re-looking at the scoring, and I'm like, this is a lot, Scott. This is too much. This is too much. So I pulled everything back. I pulled it back. I'm like, I'm gonna mute things a little. Yeah, I'm this is too much. I'm gonna pull it back, pull it a little closer. And once I did that on one of the two sites, it was still kind of fun. Still fun. On the other site, it was too basic. It was not a whole lot different than a league that anybody creates. I mean, it had some differences, but it was just too basic. And I don't want a giant percentage of the people who are playing to just be, doing a pretty basic league with a little bit of tweaking to it. I didn't feel like that. So I went back to my original thought, and then I realized there were a couple different things I wanted to try out. So I took another day or two to check out those options, and I think I landed on one. And basically, the top scoring in this format last Wednesday night's hangout was Jamar Chase, and then on Monday it was Saquon Barkley. And now, as we're sitting here today, the top scoring player in this format last year was Bijan Robinson.
Oh,
really?
I don't understand how to find the difference. I don't remember what would make the difference between Saquon and Bijan that it would be that different.
Yeah, so it did. It got a little spicy. Got a little spicy there. Makes me wonder how Ashton Genty's going to do in this format. I'm excited for that.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be all right. Let's see here. I'm looking for more messages. I think everybody got quiet.
Well, we're just waiting for the reveal.
Well, there goes Bijan at 9 Dreams. Sorry, Vince. Maybe, you never know. Ooh, look at that. Yep, that's how you do it. That's how you get Saquon up there.
There you go. Fair enough. Points per carry done by age. So the younger the running back, the more points per carry they get.
Yards minus age scoring. That's all of this is fun. So, should we go to the beginning basics of it?
Let's do it. We got 800 plus people in here. These are the basics, the absolute basics that most of them we do every year and are not surprising at all, except for, look at that starting lineup, Russ. We're finally just going full throttle into the Ultra Flex. Ultra Flex has been a thing for a long time. It's nothing new, nothing surprising. Last year we did the 1-1-1-1 for QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end. This year, none of that's required. You shouldn't require tight end. People will be happy. The people who just want to build the roster however they want will be happy. Just throw together 11 players and have fun with it. 11 starting lineup, 11 bench like we've always had. I will note 1 point per first down is stronger
than years past. I feel like this scoring system this year is, if you earn it on the field, if you're earning things as a player, you're going to get points for it. Tight ends, extra point per reception, because
Full point.
I love my tight end premium. So all that's super basic. Super basic. We got more, but that's super basic. Some people noticing no kickers. That's right. They're gone. Quasi Superflex. 11 tight ends for Vince incoming. Now that he can't get Bijan Robinson, he's just going full into tight ends. Grego's happy he doesn't have to start a tight end. Some people are enjoying the Ultra Flex. Good to see. Negative points for negative plays. I haven't gone full deep yet. I don't know. We will have to see. Bill set up his VCR to record this stream, which is good. Glad to see it. Yeah, we aren't having there's nothing age related in here to my knowledge. Some people are guessing bonuses. Interesting. I want 2 things: third round reversal, since I'm at the 12, and some onesies in the shop for my daughter. I don't know if we have onesie capability, but I'm just letting Bob know.
We do.
Saving tight ends as always. Not all heroes wear keeps by kickers. No kickers.
I rode kickers the past few years. That really is probably going to hurt me.
Joey. Joey, if you want to, we always have arguably the top 5 graphic ever made by Fantasy Cares. If you feel like joining in, you absolutely can drop by. Let's go. All right. You want to know where it gets weird? Oh, that was a background, apparently.
That was weird.
I think Bob was doing something, and he put it in the backgrounds instead of the overlays. That's my guess. Here's where we're going to get weird. So last year, I wanted to do targets. Remember, Russ?
I very much remember that. Yeah.
Sleeper's like, I don't have targets. I don't want to do targets. I don't care this year. There's going to be a discrepancy between Sleeper and MFL, and that's because MFL is going to get targets. So if you're on MFL, you're going to get some fun targets because, Russ, what are targets? Targets are earned, right? That's what they say. Targets are earned. Good players earn targets. You're going to get points per targets. And in doing it, I realized I created a system where Kyle Pitts has more value.
You did it.
I created a system where Kyle Pitts can go two receptions on 7 targets and get more points. That was my starting point. I was like, how can I improve Kyle Pitts' numbers? How can I do this?
I think that's where most of us start when we're trying to put scoring together.
Yep. So MFL is going to have points per targets, but how is that going to work on Sleeper? Well, they're just going to get it added to receptions. That's just about the only clean way to do it and get it close. I figured out about how many makes sense, and then I just rounded it to a nicer number. Bob left us. And I also wanted it to be a lot. I wanted a lot of points. People, that way I've noticed when the variables are bigger, a lot more games are decided on Monday night, and the final is a lot crazier at the end. So this is what I did. Volume is king this year. Players are earning stuff on the field. They're getting points for it. Half a point per carry. It's usually been a quarter. It's a half. It's double. Dave was right. Only all of them get it. Then on MFL, you get 1 point per target and 1 point per reception for a total of 2 points if they catch the ball, 1 point if they don't. On Sleeper, you're just getting 2.5 per reception, which is a lot of points. So those wide receivers are pounding it up. That's why we saw Jamar Chase getting 660 some points when we talked about this before. There's just a ton of reception and carry points.
Man, so if you get that efficient pass catcher, you're going to be better on Sleeper than you will be on MFL.
And that's what the data shows. The quarterbacks and wide receivers are a little better on MFL. Running backs and tight ends, a little higher catch percentages. Those are better on Sleeper, but it is so minimal. The difference between MFL and Sleeper on a per game per player basis is like 0.09. It's not even a tenth of a point difference. You're going to have games where Kyle Pitts scores 5 more on one and than on the other, but you're also going to have the reverse of that game.
Yeah.
You're going to have that with a lot of players, but most of the players over the course of 18 weeks, over the course of 11 roster spots, over the course of 5,000 teams, it's so negligible. And we went through this with the kicker situation where everybody thought that kickers would be more valuable on MFL, more important on MFL. And 3 years in a row, they were better on Sleeper. 3 years in a row, the data proved conclusively that was not the case, because you never know how people are going to play it. You never know what's actually going to happen. So, so we're just going big. So we're just going. You pick it, Ryan. You go pick.
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe he picked it before the platforms were listed, so he doesn't know.
I mean, you made it nice and easy for us this year.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
this year, if it's a fictional team, then it's on MFL. If it's a real team, it's on Sleeper.
Oh yeah, that's true. Fictional teams are on MFL. The fixture. Jim Cox, it does. Tight ends are very strong, but again, they're getting 3.5. Wide receivers are getting 2.5. So it's not like as crazy as you think, because why is this button doing that?
Stop that.
So
for Ryan, for Ryan that was asking about which how do we know which platform we're on? He probably just got an email from me, I'm guessing, based on the sounds of that question.
Could be.
Check your email.
Go select
Waves. Yeah, Waves have essentially gone out pretty much every Friday for the past month or so. So check your email, check your spam folder, and get in there and choose your spot before you lose your spot, honestly.
Yeah. Just log into SFB account and you'll be able to do everything from there. Just go in there and check. This is weird. I didn't think I did, but I do have another scoring slide. How did you know, Retro? How did you know?
What? There's more?
There's one more. No. What is going on?
Hey guys,
Hey, Joey Wright.
how we doing?
There is one more scoring slide, but Joey Wright's here.
Yeah. I know everybody wants to see me right now. So everybody, go ahead and get your devices out. We've got a game of garage trivia. that we're
Wow,
gonna
you
cover
do
here.
have a game of
Here's the QR code. Go ahead and scan the QR code.
I'm not actually teasing, chat. There is legitimately one more slide, but Joey interrupted in the
No.
middle.
Should we just get on with the trivia and not let anybody join?
Oh, I'm
One
tempted,
person.
I'm not even sure what to
That's
do.
me.
Should I should I put out the final slide before Joey?
No, later. We got time.
We got time.
All right.
Well,
All right. Yes, there is one more slide. But apparently this is happening after Joey Wright does trivia.
what's really sad is we have more people here joining the trivia game than we've ever had on Trivia Night Live. But I'm not taking that personally at this point. But we'll give you one more minute to join. And this is a one-question garage trivia.
And for those watching or listening, I will put up another slide that has the last of the scoring, because there is more scoring. And then I will put up a slide that has all of the scoring, so you can screenshot it or take a whatever. I'll put up a slide that has all of it on it. I did not. Wow, we made a joke about it, and it happened.
All right, we're gonna start the trivia right now. All right. Garage trivia.
Uh-oh.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Should Joey leave and let us get on with the scoring? Yes, 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 or yes.
Hey, I see some buddies in that photo.
All right.
Buy and sell you points per carry was 0.25 last year. It is doubled this year. Doubled.
All right. Correct
Joey
answer is
says
yes.
the last slide has 3 RR. I guarantee you the last slide does not mention it. Neither of the last 2 slides. The correct answer was yes.
All right.
Is it-
Congratulations, Lobo. You won 1 question garage trivia. Get on scoring. Have a good show, guys.
Oh,
See you, Joe.
wait. So that okay. And Russ left because I think he thought. I mean, there's Russ. Bob's on the
Russ,
phone.
Bob, get back in
Russ
there.
is gone. Should we wait for Russ? What's Russ doing? Did he think Garage Trivia was going to be forever? I have one more slide, and then I have the slide that has everything on it. Oh, legendary performance by Lobo.
Yeah.
He really dominated that. I don't know, Lobo. I don't know. I don't know that one had a prize.
Is Lobo in SFB already?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
My hops are looking really nice, Ryan. You want to see my hops? They're over. Can you see them on the side of my house?
Yeah, barely.
Barely. I can take you over to them. They're looking. They've gotten all the way up to my roof, which is pretty cool. I think I've stalled long enough for Russ, and he's just not there. So we can probably move on with it, and maybe we just don't tell Russ what the final one.
Or just don't tell anybody.
I will say Wednesday night hangout tonight, where I generally have a glass of whiskey, and Russ sometimes joins me with a glass of whiskey, and we have real garage trivia, and we talk about anything and everything. I'll probably talk about how I stubbed a toe on both my feet. That might come up. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about the Switch too. Maybe we'll talk about. I got one. I got one for Joey. Where did Joey go? Songs in trailers, like previews, movie trailers,
Yeah.
songs in trailers that you immediately like. I kind of want to watch that movie just because of that song's in the trailer.
What did you see that made you think of that?
My wife and I were talking about it the other day, and I got 3.
Oh, okay.
I want to see if the chat agrees. This is going to come up tonight. But the 3 I listed: "My Way" by Sinatra, "Rocket Man," and "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen.
Just if those songs are in the trailers, you're in.
If they pop in the trailer, like Rocket Man, like was in The Martian and stuff, like if those songs hit the trailer, I'm like, kind of want to see that movie irrationally. The trailer can, trailer can be a 6 out of 10, and it's got that song, and I'm like, I think it was because that new Elio movie has "Don't Stop Me Now" Queen in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
And,
Yeah, I
and
haven't
that's
seen the
what came
trailer
out.
for that.
But sometimes the trailer will do that. Bob is just off camera. Russ is just completely gone. We got over 1,000 people watching, so I'm gonna go to the last one, and this is gonna affect basically everyone in your SFB league. Every player, I'm sure this will affect. Here's the IDP scoring for
Yes.
SFB 15. Now we
Just-
don't have any IDP
Just in
scoring,
case.
but in case any players play defense in SFB 15, if any of them play defense, they're gonna get their IDP scoring, because if they're on the field, they're gonna get it. So I don't know. What if there's an interception and Justin Jefferson makes a tackle? Like, that should be 2 points, right? He did something. Now, I know there's no players that play a lot of defense, probably, right? Like, I can't think of any that might be really affected by this.
No, I don't think so. I can't think of any.
Yeah, I have no idea. But imagine if can you imagine if, let's just randomly pick a wide receiver like I don't know, Brian Thomas Jr. Let's say a
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver like Brian Thomas Jr. They put out there at cornerback, and he does a corner blitz, and he sacks the quarterback. That's like a touchdown. That's like a touchdown. That'd be incredible, wouldn't it?
It's a big play.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, this is great. This is great.
Yeah. There's probably, it probably doesn't matter too much, but if there's any players that it might be really fun to draft just in case, you're gonna get his scoring. I can't think of any though. Like
No.
Brian Thomas was my example. I don't know if any of them will do it. Yeah. So that's what we got going on. That's what we going on. We got the starting. You can start anyone. We got the major volume bonuses. I think it's better to just call them volume bonuses than like just normal. It's not even close to normal scoring. It's just so excessive that they're volume bonuses. And then wait, why does it say IDP scoring Travis Hunter? I don't get that. Anyway, if he plays any defense. But that's it for this year. Just heavy volume. If you're getting targets or receptions on MFL or on Sleeper, you're just getting heavy points per reception. Should be a fun year. Should be a lot of points. Should be a lot of games decided on Monday. If you have one player left on Monday and you're down 25, you should not feel out of it, I'm going to guess, this year. Because that's something that can be overcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took out return yards. There's people. No, honestly, I wasn't. I've wanted to for years. Sleeper just can't. Not only can Sleeper not do it, I can't make a. It's not. I can't even make a system that does it on MFL and then can be balanced on Sleeper. It's just you can't. It sucks. I would love to try. But no, I don't think it would, because the strips. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Strip sack would be a forced fumble, which is 3, a sack, which is 6, and a touchdown, which is 6. That'd be, if my math serves me right, that'd be 15, not 18, but you're on the right path. Oh, no, you'd get the fumble recovery too. Yep. Yeah, it's yeah. Yep. SFB 15, volume is king. That's kind of where we're going this year. I mean, because people really like right now, even in 2025, Sleeper has the best UI in the industry. If we wanted to do custom settings, it's basically any other platform. And we use MFL because it's the most customizable. You know, MFL is, you know, they're working on a new site and a new app, and we'll see where that goes. But the reason we do use Sleeper is because a lot of people like Sleeper. It's, you can't do as much, but a lot, like I love Sleeper. My home league's on Sleeper, but that's why people love it being on Sleeper. It's got a cool draft room. It's slick UI. So that's why we use both. We aren't juicing one player. We are crediting players for what they do on the field, no matter when they're on the field.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. So any player that chooses to be out there and do stuff on offense or defense. But I will say, I think that's good. That one player, that one person is talking about might be a fun one. Where is he going to go? Because he might go one place naturally because of where he should be selected based on how he's going to score. But how many people reach for him, take him earlier, just because it's going to be fun to have him?
Yeah.
I think that's going to drive his ADP up more than his actual scoring. Ooh, that would be interesting. I've talked to Sleeper personally. They're yeah. I'm not gonna go too deeply into it. But this is gonna be fun on whether you're on Sleeper or on MFL. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, well, this is not a platform debate. This is not what we're doing here.
I can't tell the seriousness, but there's like at least 3 or 4 people that have been like, I wanted return scoring back.
Yeah, I saw some of those comments too.
SFB 15, pop up the volume.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Kent. I will fix that. That's funny. Let me pull this. I should fix that. Thank you, Kent, for the fix on that. That's point 0.01 would be absolutely hysterical. Hysterically low.
Especially when you were going for high scores.
Yep. All right. Yeah, we'll see how quickly I can fix that. I'm gonna delete that one. But what do you think? What do you think, Ryan? You excited to play?
Yeah, absolutely excited to play. I think my favorite year was, I forget which year it was or which actual SFB it was, but the video game year with the crazy scoring and bonuses, and we all play in kind of normal, just typical fantasy leagues with kind of the same scoring, obviously a few differences, but that year with 300, 400 point games by teams was so fun. I don't think this is touching that, but we're going to see some high numbers for sure, and I think that always makes it more fun.
Sam, this is not true. They actually sold to a different company last year, and they've been working on it since. And the projection is probably next year. It will be. I have seen previews of it. Yeah. So no, it's the timeline was too short for this year, but I would expect next year. I don't want to put pressure on them, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, Paul mentioned that as well. Charge is here. Any position anywhere, yes. There are still a lot of people asking about third round reversal, which I think we'll have to answer tonight, because first round reversal. Yep, it will be discussed tonight. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of that. I'm just throwing these up here. I love the return scoring. Yeah, it was a little strong. I thought about bringing it back, but the more and more I throw onto this, it gets a little crowded, and yeah, I felt like I was adding the defensive stuff. I was going crazy with the volume. I don't know. Gosh, there's a lot of people wanting returners, so this is interesting. I might have to consider that for next year, that a lot of people really liked the returns. But it was good. It was good last year. I think what ultimately ended me deciding that is even with the absolutely ridiculous return yards last year, they weren't as big of a factor as I thought, and predicting when they would happen was pretty difficult last year. So I just didn't feel like we needed to bring that back. But the 3 R's, the friends we made along the way.
Hey Scott, I did see a couple of Tadpole Bowl related questions.
Okay.
Is the scoring the same for the Tadpole Bowl, and can people participate in both Tadpole and SFB?
People can participate in both. The scoring is not the same. The scoring is whatever Eric set up at on Fantrax for it. Eric and Fantrax work together, and they set up They set it up. If you go and go to fantasycares or scottfishbowl.com, sign into your SFB account and click Tadpole Bowl, you can join it now. And right away when you join, you will have the link to join your league on Fantrax. And you can look at the scoring after you join the league there. I don't know. I don't remember what the scoring is, but it should be pretty good. Eric's good with that. He's good at pushing fantasy college football. I'm sure he's got it. It's Tadpole Bowl is just Power 5, or really isn't it Power 4 now, kind of. But yeah, it's just the big ones. Yes, it's not best ball. Thank you, Jeremy. It's not best ball. Both Tadpole and SFB are set your lineups. That's gonna be fun. All right, let's see what else there is. Yeah, I like calling this volume bonus.
Yeah,
I think that's better than going through it or worrying about how crazy high that is. I think it's just a league with a high volume bonus is what it is. I enjoy that there are many platforms out there. It forces them to, many of them to work hard to make themselves better, which I really like. And not only that, like I have played or play on almost every platform. I think I play on 5 platforms last year, 4 or 5. They're all good for different things. They're all great for different things. I don't have a problem with any of them. Once you figure out how to navigate, it's great on every single one. I enjoy it. Buffet bonus, SFB buffet bonus. Interesting. There's someone who actually likes the IDP scoring and getting rid of return yards. I think that's one of I think I saw one other person that's happy we got rid of return yards. Russ is completely gone. Bob's completely gone. So I'm really glad you showed up, Ryan, for this one.
I did see someone say on Twitter, Sleeper will not count IDP scoring unless there are IDP positions.
That is absolutely not true. I even have an email from Sleeper that says the exact opposite of that. And I am going to reply to him right now. I'm reading from the email from Sleeper directly. However, if the commissioner would like, they could put values in the IDP scoring settings, even if there aren't any IDP roster spots. That way, it would award non-IDP players with points for tackles, interceptions, TDs, etc., while he's in the wide receiver spot. Literally says that exactly and specifically. Sleeper has put out an announcement to that exact effect. That is the reason I put that in there, is because Sleeper confirmed not through their social platforms, but also emailed me directly because they want to put a note about SFB in their FAQ about it, very specifically. So that is definitely the opposite. And I'm going to reply to them. Announce today. Boom. All right. Yes. Ooh, Tyler Shuck is going to get 15 tackles. That'll be fun. Running back spot will too. Any of the offensive players will. It's just the email was specifically talking about from Sleeper was specifically talking about Travis Hunter. So that's why they said wide receiver. Correct. Yeah. Safe Leagues has been doing Ultra Flex for a lot of years. But yes, that is absolutely correct.
Yeah, I think that started with those DLF leagues we hosted a few years ago.
Oh yeah, yep. That is. I could probably pull the scoring down now, right? Unless I feel like people have probably grabbed a screenshot. I'm jumping on Twitter to see if it's. I suppose I have the image. I can just I can
Oh
just
yeah, it's been posted on Twitter a lot already. So,
okay. I feel like
including Fantasy Life.
oh nice. So I suppose I can pull that down now. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I don't know if we'll talk about it at all tonight on the Wednesday hangout.
I mean, probably not.
What
is there to talk about?
Yeah, I do think there might be a little bit of talk about it today. Maybe people will start crunching some numbers on it.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow. Is this including the IDP scoring and SFB? Is this based on a SFB? I wonder.
I would imagine. Yeah, I would imagine that's based on SFB. This new SFB scoring, I think.
I already made my Vorp graph. I will say I didn't super balance it this year. I didn't care as much about that. But I will say, even in the top 100, let me open this up while I'm talking here. Take the time.
Yeah, I mean, I know
the top 100 has 18 quarterbacks, 30 running backs, 39 wide receivers, and 14 tight ends.
And I think the past couple of years, I know, balancing maybe wasn't your goal this time. I know some years it is. But the past couple of years, wide receivers have been a complete afterthought in these leagues for most managers. So, I like the idea of the target scoring, the increased PPR on sleeper. That I think that really is going to create more of a balance as far as what position, does each manager want to build around. And I think you can make a case for all 4 spots. So that's going to make it fun. The drafts are going to be crazier than ever. How many players are going to be consensus first rounders? A first rounder in every single SFB draft. Not very many, right? 4 or 5, maybe, at most. So we're gonna see some wild drafts.
No, Steve. The sleeper leagues have quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end as draftable players, and that's it. Just to let you know, defensive player, just like last year when who was it? Keshaun Nixon, right? The defensive back, but also did returns. Everybody's like, "Can we draft him?" And I'm like, "No, he's not a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, kicker last year." So, defensive players will not be draftable. If sleeper had like an ID offense/defense flex, like that you could put anything in it, I would have considered an IDP flex spot, but because I don't want to make people do it. If by useless you mean fun, because they're just fun and enjoyable to do, we should do one on the show tonight. Have the chat jump in one on the show tonight. Oh, please don't tell me it's next weekend. What is next weekend, Scampers? It is better. Are you going next weekend? Because I'm not. I mean, it's Wednesday, so next weekend to me is this upcoming Saturday and Sunday. Maybe that's this weekend and the one after. I don't know. It's the whole this weekend versus next weekend thing, right, Ryan?
I'm confused again very quickly, actually.
Yeah, he said Vegas Live is first live next weekend. And for me, next weekend is 2 days away, but some people do this weekend is 2 days away, right? So, and next weekend is the one after. Which do you do in the chat? This upcoming Saturday and Sunday, is that this weekend or next weekend? Is the weekend after, or is it next weekend? Yeah, I'm doing Scotland, and then I come back for a day, and then I go to Vegas. So it's gonna be fun. No, we did away with negative points, FF Addict, a few years ago, and we just haven't brought them back because losing points wasn't fun anymore. I think it's probably coming off that year where the quarterbacks had like huge negatives. Do you remember that year where quarterbacks had huge negatives? So like you didn't want to start a bad one. And I think I just got negatived out of like, I didn't like, that was just really harsh. Quarterbacks could go negative that year routinely. And no, Joe, any wide receiver or running back that makes a defensive play, good for them. Any one of them, all of them that do. It could be on an interception return. Like Joe Burrow throws an interception, Jamar Chase gets a tackle. That could happen. I believe that counts. I've been told that counts. But as always with SFB scoring and stuff, the two platforms will score things certain ways. They'll score it how they score it, and you just have to accept that's how they score it. Alex, I said offense and defensive flex. They don't have that. They have an IDP flex, but that forces someone to start a defensive player. I don't want that. I want an offense plus defensive flex. That's what I'm looking for, because just a simple IDP flex forces someone to start a defensive player, and I don't really want that. Correct. The one PPR tight end bonus is on both sides. Yes, Scott, mock tonight. We could have the chat do a mock. I don't really feel like mocking, but I would love to watch a mock happen live in front of me. If any shows want to do a mock this week, I would love to jump in the chat and watch. That'd be fun. I know that Jeff Lambert does a bunch of them. So find him on the Going for Two Discord or on Twitter or Blue Sky. Oh my God, 2 weekends, it's a blur. Yeah, it's going to be a blur for me too. I'm gone for a lot of it. So the next couple weeks. This right there, Retro. Totally agree. Nope. Sorry, Steve. It's only the 4 positions are draftable. I don't think anyone's ever do, Joey. Mocks look like the actual draft. That's just not what happens. There are a lot of people that think mocking doesn't help at all, which I think is fair, you know, unless this is your first drafts of the season, maybe it helps a little more, but you never know what's going to happen in your draft. And that's the thing with SFB drafts. They are all super unique. And the one thing I noticed in SFB drafts more than I noticed in any other drafts is people reaching for their guy because you're having fun. It's a charity league that doesn't have an entry fee and no real prize except for bragging rights. And you're mixed in with 5. You just do your thing. You know, you grab the players you want to have fun playing with. And I think that's part of what, part of the reason mocks are tough, because it's not a set in stone thing, because you might get in a league with a player who wants to a user who wants to draft Travis Hunter in the first round because they want those, they just want to have that fun on their roster. It's absolutely a thing. I did, but I see, like he said this weekend, and I don't know what he's responding to. Like, actually, I do, because he said this weekend. Vegas, 17 days away. Jeez. There's a lot of people now talking. Ooh, Father's Day weekend. I forgot that is coming up. Let's see. I don't know what this is in response to, but SFB 11. Oh, it was the year we had negative quarterback stuff. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I am not Todd. I'm not. I don't check a bag. So when I come to Vegas, I can't bring a bottle of whiskey on the plane. So, sorry.
You're checking a bag to Scotland, I hope.
Oh, 100%. Checking a bag to come back for sure. Having to go through customs, I'm sure of it. Maybe
It's a little different
I'll
trip.
mail myself something, right? Oh yeah, I bet the hopefuls, run by Jason Snyder, the hopefuls chat will do some mocks. Yeah, if you're doing a mock like right now or today, send me the link for me to watch the draft room link. I would enjoy watching, or if you do a stream, send me the link. I wanna watch that. IDP rules are better than I thought. Then yeah, because they're not going to overly affect. They'll be a fun little bonus if an offensive player does it, and it'll give Hunter the points he actually earns on the field, which I enjoy. Bob, I've seen in the bottom, but he hasn't put himself up. I don't know. I don't know. Are you gonna be in Vegas? You'll see me if you're in Vegas. Is that what we were talking about here? Another way to get Laviska Shenault more fantasy points. I will say the fun thing when looking at the data, there were certain players like, I don't know, Carl, George Pickens and Calvin Ridley and Kyle Pitts and Jameson Williams. And there were certain players that for some reason are better on MFL because of targets and not catching those targets. I don't know why that was a thing, but Calvin Ridley was like, the amount of targets he doesn't catch apparently is really big, because that was a good disparity there on that one. Does it say you're signed up for SFP 15? I'm not sure what that means. I'm guessing it just says you're signed up for SFP 15. Another reminder to the people, 50,000 people sign up approximately. We're not there at all, but we're trying to get 5,000 in this year. We routinely get well over 1,000 new players every single year. This year, probably we're going to have the most we've ever had. Ryan, what do you think? Probably.
Yeah, I would imagine. And there's still
wouldn't be shocked if we had 2 this year. 2,000.
There's still 1,000 plus invites to come. So
yeah.
You know, folks in the chat, folks on Twitter, whatever, if you haven't gotten an invite yet, there's certainly still a lot of time. We'll have another wave probably Friday. We'll see. And
nice.
we'll send a bunch more invites and get people in. If you are already in, if you've gotten your invite, please, we talked about it earlier, but please make sure you have picked your division, picked your draft spot. Because honestly, you're just at risk of losing your invite and losing your spot in SFB if not.
Yeah, it's so helpful for us if you just pick your spot. This is going to be interesting because last year a lot of people, we don't know what he's going to do on defense. Last year a lot of people, and I also wonder if those projections are. The offensive projections are projecting him to play mostly offense, and the defense projections are projecting him to play mostly defense, and they're slamming them together, making him huge. But last year, and rightly so, there were some places that are like kick returners might just crush the top 10, and Rashid Shaheed was doing that for a while, but it was it didn't end up completely breaking the scoring like we thought it would. So. You never know. It is going to be interesting though. Yes, this is very fair, Scampers. Mocks, ton of fun. Actual drafts, always uniquely wacky and awesome. I'm sure I will. I mean, technically with targets, it is point per drop, right, Ryan? Like, there's a little bit of that too there. Come play trivia on Monday night for your chance to win an SFB spot. That is true. Joey gives those away like they're candy on Monday nights, I feel like. I would never take it. I don't like candy, but
there's a good question, Scott.
Yeah.
The lowest one.
I'm not even there. I'm scrolling slowly through. Let me go to the bottom. The live drafts are
sorry. The one above.
Oh, yes, live drafts are very interesting. They're an interesting animal. How much input did Ian have this year on the scoring? None. This is probably like he saw it before anyone else, but he did not input me in any way. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I picked what I wanted to do with the scoring because I wanted targets last year, darn it. And I picked what I wanted and I made it. And all the numbers crunched on my first shot at it. And this isn't what I did last Wednesday or Thursday. But every number I crunched, I'm like, this is fine. This is good. I'm just gonna run with this. And then I tweaked it a little bit this week, but because I thought I had it set for like 5 days, there was no getting input from Ian really. I showed him and that was it. It does suck that I am banned this year. I'm banned this year. Ryan knows I'm banned. Last year, I managed to make the playoffs, but because of a coding issue, I didn't realize I was in the playoffs. And I didn't set my lineup. And I advanced to, I believe, the third round of the playoffs, where I did set my lineup, and then I was bounced. So that teaches me, if you make the playoffs, just let it ride.
Yeah, just don't set your lineup.
Yeah.
It's easy game.
Yeah. So the first change I made was I thought it was too much. I thought the volume bonus was too much, so I pulled everything down. And when I pulled everything down, Sleeper was getting like 1.5 points per reception at that point. And I'm like, this is a very basic league. Only like wide receivers get like a tiny bump. Otherwise, everything else is pretty normal. Like I pulled point per carry to 0.25, and I pulled Sleeper down to 1.5, and like Sleeper looked absolutely normal at that point. And I'm like, nah, we need to go a little crazy. Are all the lives full? So they are full. We have had, onesie twosie drops here and there. We usually replace them pretty quickly. Hawaii, I believe, needs a couple more. There's a couple international ones that we need one more in Australia. A guy in London just dropped, so we need one more in London. Need like 2 in Lithuania or something. We're very close. We're basically full. It's just when someone drops, we plop someone new in. This though, Rick, if it's full, just go and hang out. You never know if someone's not going to show, and maybe you get pulled in. So that will be fun. Oh, this is going to be interesting because Claire says that doesn't happen, but I have been told for MFL it does. So that'll be interesting. I mean, it's not a make or break to the scoring at all, but that is interesting that you may get it on MFL, but not on Sleeper during special teams plays. That is weird that they would even designate that, because in the box score they get the tackle. You know what I mean? So it is weird that like a stat provider would send that through as a tackle. So it's very weird that it wouldn't. I'm trying to look for more questions. Cincinnati and Chicago, yes. Other cities, no. You can just bring them. Cincinnati and Chicago have Cincinnati has food and fouling, whatever, which is football bowling. It's like a bowling alley, but you throw a football at the pins instead of bowling a ball. So Cincinnati has that to play and food. So they have a $75 ticket. Actually, it's $50 for non-drafters. And then Chicago has food and open bar. So that one is $75 for non-drafters. So other than that, any other city, I believe all of them you can just bring guests. And please do. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, Chicago is going to be insane. We've got 9 divisions drafting. We thought about going for a 10th, but we didn't. My battery's gonna die on my laptop soon. But yes, if you want to go to Vegas, you do need to tell our coordinator Scott Frankel at least a day in advance, if not more. So reach out to me or Scott Frankel or Fantasy Cares just in general to make sure that that you that we can get you on the list to go up to Stadium Swim. Since he does have 10, that is the absolute benefit of having the guy who runs the live events at the top level being the Cincy guy. Yeah. John got Cincy nice and full. That's going to be an awesome one. Oh, and Scott giving the information right there. If anyone is watching, of the 1,500 people watching, let's see here. Yeah, lots of fun stuff on here. Yep, Sleeper does have an extra tab for special team stuff. I can see this being the case with the Hunter scoring and Shaheed scoring. Shaheed absolutely lived up to that draft position too for the first 6 weeks of the season. So will that happen too? Let's see. I don't see any more questions. We could probably call it. Yes, if you're going to a live, the protocol at most of them, and really what it should be, is that you go up, you put your sticker on the board so everybody can react, and then you go back to your seat, and then you put it on your phone or laptop, you make the pick. That's the easiest way for not only the live organizer, but it also still gives that live event feel where like the reaction comes from throwing the sticker on the draft board first. That is your first hint of who got drafted. That should be the way it is done in all the live event cities. And if it's not, tell me and I will fire whoever is not doing. I'm just kidding. I'm not.
You scared me there.
Live sticker pop. Third round reversal. We've talked about it. I think new people are coming in the chat, but third round reversal is going to be talked about tonight on the Wednesday night hangout. I am going to throw this back up there for people to take another gander at if there's anyone new joining. We're gonna jump off here soon because my laptop is gonna die if we don't. I hope people enjoy this year. I hope you get to a live event if you can. Tell your friends to sign up. Hopefully get in. That'd be pretty awesome. Let's see what else there is to. If you haven't yet, join our go to fantasycares.org/campaigns. There are glasses you can buy, and there's an end of summer giveaway where we're going to go on for live for like an hour, and we're just going to give stuff away for an hour straight. Anything from gift cards to the shop to signed memorabilia to we have a Nintendo Switch 2 pre-ordered. We want to make sure like I have it in my hands before we actually say, yes, we can give this away, because you never know with those things. But we have one pre-ordered. If you like college football or you know anyone who does, have them sign into their Scott Bowl account and go join the Tadpole Bowl. Eric has a goal of 600 people. It's at about 300 people. We're going to do a live event in 4 of the different cities. Those are nearing full, but there's a few spots left to jump in those. Those cities are Las Vegas, Minnesota, Atlanta, and Austin, Texas. So if you have interest in any of that, jump in that. Do we have anything else, Ryan, other than possibly answering questions? Yes, Josh ADHD will have the Draft Tracker ADP app again. It will be hosted by Fantasy Life. That will be available as well this year. Thank you to Josh for that, and Fantasy Life for hosting that really, really awesome, sweet tool. Greg, we will see. We will see. That'll be interesting. This is how the live draft go. It's 10 rounds live, and you do the rest slow. Some people go a little further at the lives, and it's fine if everyone in the league is okay. But honestly, like I want people to do 10 and then hang out. But I get it if everybody in that draft is like all in, great. But preferably it's not going more than 10, because there might be one person in the draft that doesn't want to do that, and drafting is the most fun part. And you get a live draft and you get a slow draft with that. You get the second half slow. But if there's even one person that doesn't want to do it, but they're like they don't want to speak up, they feel bullied into finishing, I don't want that. I prefer everybody do 10 rounds and call it. I get going a little deeper. I'm never a fan of people doing the whole draft live. I just really don't like it. But I'd rather you hang out and mingle and meet new people and have fun with the whole live event instead of just the 11 in your draft. I don't know what that's about, but yes, we do draft from the pool in Vegas. We draft from wherever people are. We do have a sticker guy person. I don't know. I think it's mostly Scott. I don't know. Yes, that is the tool. It's on Fantasy Life now. It was on Spike Week in the past. Yep, that's going to be around. What is your IDP question? I didn't see one. So, thanks, Alec. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. Glad it's going to be fun tonight too. I will not reveal it until tonight. I don't even know that you can see me blink if I even wanted to blink in these glasses. Yes, we will have raffle items, auction items, lots of stuff at the live event. Some cities we can't do raffles, but a lot of them we can now, that we've been around for a while and we've permits or whatever. This is correct. 0.5 per carry on both. I do like that. Let's do that. Yes, slow is 8-hour timer and an overnight shut off. But that first round, you better get your button gear and get it done.
Yep. Scott, the IDP question he was referencing earlier, he said a tackle is worth 2 points on the slide. Is it sleeper general tackle or solo tackle? I don't really know what that means.
Yeah, it's just tackle and assisted tackle. It's not necessarily a solo tackle. It's whatever the tackle guy for that city gives them. If it's a full tackle or an assisted tackle, but it is not solo tackle. Let's see. I think we're running out of questions. We're an hour and 20 minutes in. 1,500 people watching. I feel like people are having fun asking questions, enjoying the time, but also I'm okay. I'm at 20%. I don't know why it's turned on the saver thing. Pants are. I don't know that location. If pants are optional or not. It depends on the venue. I know drafting slow pants are pretty optional. People will have fun with the spreadsheets, I'm sure now. I haven't even checked. I haven't even checked. Sorry, I just had an important message. I haven't even checked if the internet is talking about the scoring or trying to figure it out, Ryan.
The internet is talking for sure.
Well, I guess I'll check that later. Ian will be home in 10 minutes. Maybe he wants to talk about it. Let's see. Any more questions? No speedo. Appreciate you, Jake. Thanks for coming by.
Scott.
Same to you, Jake Keezy. I met him and his wife and his kids at the expo. Pretty sure. Let's see here.
Hey Scott, I saw some conversation on Twitter regarding Hunter and the IDP scoring on Sleeper. So you said in SFB Hunter will get IDP points, even in an offense only system or an offense only league. Do you know if is that like a setting, or is that true of every Sleeper league? If you play in just a normal, offense only, sorry, IDP players, a typical offense only fantasy league on Sleeper, is Hunter getting IDP points in that league, even though it's not an IDP league? Do you know?
I don't, but the way I read this email from Sleeper, it looks like it. It looks like you should get them.
That changes a lot.
What changes a lot?
Oh, I'm just saying for dynasty leagues, that would change a lot. If you're in a non-IDP league and you're drafting Hunter and getting IDP points as well.
You only get them if you set up IDP scoring.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
If you're in a non-IDP league, you have to set up the IDP scoring in order to get them. So if you're in a non-IDP dynasty league and you don't have any scoring for like tackles, you won't get them. You have to set up that scoring.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, this email, it described it to me step by step and the different options for it, so that I knew exactly what I was doing, and then I put it in Sleeper and I tested it and looked at projections. So.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean this is also very possible that Hunter plays almost no IDP. It's going to be fun. Sure. It's going to be interesting. This I actually don't care so much about, and I know I shouldn't, but it's the same with scoring. You picked your league or division, possibly not knowing if it was Sleeper or MFL, and you could change. You picked your draft slots without knowing the scoring or 3RR, and you can still change. It doesn't bother me at all. If it was like a public money league, yeah, I'd be pissed. If it was even a league among friends or something, and there was no 3RR listed, and then you said, "Oh, it's 3RR," yeah, that's pretty crappy. But with SFB, all of these variables are unknown, and everybody knows they're unknown when you pick. You walk in knowing that risk. So I just don't. It's not something that bothers me, because that is part of the fun, is that you get to be surprised, and you can go quick. You can change it. You can go jump in and do it. If you picked 12 and you wanted 3RR and it's not 3RR, you can go change it. If you picked 1 and you find out tonight it's 3RR, you can go change to 12. Find a different division, grab a 12, because there's every draft slot still open in a division somewhere. So go do that. Jake, who said this? You don't know if it's 3RR or not. You don't know if it's 3RR. But yeah, Steve's awesome. Steve, we've known Steve for years. He's sent in messages to Commission Impossible. Steve's great. I'm commenting mostly on that. Yeah, I totally get you. I get you picked it because of that, Steve, but you can definitely move. And it's one of those weird quirks about SFB that I'm in just about any other league, I would completely be on that same side. SFB, it's just one that I don't really care as much. I think it's a quirk of the league. If anything, it's a well advertised quirk of the league, that you are going to find out your settings and scoring after you do all that stuff. We get a nod out of Ryan.
Yep.
Iggy happy.
Totally agree.
There's no IDP players though, Iggy. We're inching.
There's half of one.
This is true, Reebok Joe. That's a good point. But also, once again, You didn't know the scoring when you picked your positions, your draft slots either. You didn't know the lineup settings. What if it was, anything I would have done. But that is true. Live, we can't let you change once these are full and locked in. It's just, I will say, I have given the ability to the live organizers, if they want, to do a fun draft order decider at the live draft, because the drag and drop that I have in the back end, Ryan, of safe leagues. I did that for the draft order for the live events. So if say you're at Madison live event and Jake Trowbridge and it's Matt Record running that one. Matt Record's like, we're gonna all get outside and run the 40 for to pick draft slots.
Oh boy.
The live event people have the ability to change that draft order if they want. I have it built into the back end. I don't think I've reminded the live draft organizers that they have that ability in a while, but they absolutely do have that ability. I do think it's a hassle, and I don't think many will do it, because we're going to slot them in and get it set and ready, so that the lives can just kind of take off. But if you do something like that, not only are you putting on a fun, here's how you decide the order, then the commissioner has to go into those leagues, change the order, and then there's stuff to do. So good on them if they want to. They have the ability, but I don't see many doing that. I wonder if there is a live that will do it. They'll tell their people at their live event, hey, we're going to change up draft order. I know you picked it, but we're going to change it up. It does say on the page when you pick your draft slot on the live event page, it does say that the live event organizer may change the draft order or may do a fun way to decide it. So it's probably something the live event people don't remember was on the page, or picked it so quickly they didn't read it, but it's been on the page for multiple years. I think a lot of people are doing that, Rick. Most of the time, it's just too much hassle. These are big events with lots going on. Killas, there is not a set timer for each pick in any of the live drafts I've been to. I'm not opposed to one of them doing it, like having like an egg timer or 5-minute thing, but there's multiple drafts and it might get tough. I will say we've never had an issue. I've never even heard of an issue. Every live event I've gone to, there's never been an issue, because if someone is taking too long, you have 11 other people that start yelling at them. It's just kind of the way it works. Like, I don't know how many live events you've been to, but yeah, that's just what it is. I do have a mower in the backyard now, so we might be pushing up against it. I will say, I was going to say, Vince, I think it's more fun when there's no timer. They're just hanging out, and you let people peer pressure into those picks. And also the no timer allows for pausing to, do raffles, or pausing to make announcements, or, hey, we're going to pause now, and, I gotta take a bathroom break or something, like there's a lot of reasons that you don't really need a timer. I've never seen it be an issue. Yep, no timer, but doesn't take too long. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Okay. I'm going to get us on out of here.
Yeah.
Going to find let's see, which one should we play? I like, what? I'll just play this one again. Thanks everyone for coming out. We'll be on tonight to talk more stuff and have some fun. We'll announce whether it's 3RR or not. That'll be fun.